So today I'd like to show you the structure of my ear and its functions. So here we are with a model that I made myself from polymer clay. Let me bring it closer to camera just so you could see. This is how it looks. And every part of the ear is represented by a color. So that's how I'm gonna explain it to you. And I have here with me a card that comes with it. So every color is represented by a part of the ear. So the different parts of the ear works together to produce sound, as we all know, but the ear is divided into three parts. We have the outer ear, which is what we can see, which is what is visible to everybody. And we have the middle ear, which is from this side to that side. And we have the inner ear, which forms the whole of this part. So we're gonna break it down into segments and then we'll discuss. Let's start with the outer ear. The outer ear is the one you can see and touch, and its job is to collect sound waves and channel it to the auditory canal. This is the auditory canal. So as I'm speaking right now, I'm sure you can hear me, and it is the work of a sound traveling through the auditory canal, which is this part of the ear, all the way through to this side. Sound waves is represented by the whitish markings you can see here. So let's say as I'm speaking, the sound wave is being transmitted or is passing through the outer ear into the auditory canal, and then the sound wave passes through the auditory canal to the eardrum. This is the eardrum. The eardrum is right here, and it is a transparent membrane which is very sensitive to vibration. So as the air passes through the ear canal to the eardrum, it hits the eardrum, then the eardrum vibrates. As the eardrum vibrates, it starts to vibrate the rest of the parts of the middle ear. And the middle ear basically consists of three tiny bones, which is the malleus, the incus, and the stapes. So this is the malleus, this is the incus, and stapes is right here. Stapes is more like it is very tiny, and it looks very tiny, and it's more like the horse paddle. That is the best way I could describe it. Like the horse paddle, the one that you put your leg on it. Yeah, so it is very tiny. I don't know if you can see, but it's right here. Right here. Right beside the incus and the stapes. That is the stapes. So these three tiny bones, which is incus, malleus, and stapes, comes together to be called the ossicles. So as the eardrum vibrates, the ossicles also vibrates and transmit vibration to the inner ear. So as the sound wave passes through here, it hits the eardrum. The eardrum vibrates and vibrates the incus, malleus, and stapes, which is also known as the ossicles. And the ossicles also vibrates and transmits vibration into the inner ear. So the main job of the middle ear is to increase the pressure of the sound waves. The pressure needs to be increased because the inner ear consists of liquid. So the vibration must be transferred into liquid. So the vibrations from the eardrum, which passes through this side, needs to be transferred before it gets to the inner ear. This is so because it is not easy for movement in liquid. So there is an essence, or it's very important for increased pressure in order to do so easily. We can compare it to trying to swim, swinging your arms in a pool, and swinging your arms in the air. It's easy to swing your arms in the air than to swing your arms in the pool. So before you can swing your arms in a pool, you need extra effort or additional pressure. And the same happens with sound and vibration. The vibration needs to be very strong before it can get to the brain. This means that the ossicles needs to work extra harder to increase the sound by 20 times to get to the cochlea. And this brings us to the inner part of the ear, which is the cochlea. This is the cochlea. The cochlea is represented by this purple snail-like shape. It consists of 3 circular rings. This is the 3 circular rings. And what the 3 circular rings does is they help to maintain balance when walking or dancing. So if our body could coordinate and maintain balance, it is with the help of these 3 circular rings you see around here. And the snail-like structure is what we call the cochlea. So the cochlea converts the sounds and vibrations into electrical signals sent to the brain with the help of the auditory nerves, where it finally gets interpreted as sound. We also have this tube here, which is the eustachian tube. And the job of the eustachian tube is it regulates pressure between the atmosphere and the amount of air that enters into the ear canal to the middle ear. So that is the job of the eustachian tube. And this brings us to the end of today's presentation. But before I end everything, I'd like to go over the parts of the ear. So the ear has 3 parts, which is the outer ear, which is what we can see, the middle ear, which consists of the ear canal, and we have the inner ear, which consists of the cochlea. And with the parts of the ear, we have the outer ear, which is also known as the pinna. We have the middle ear, which is the ear canal. We have the cochlea. We also have the semicircular canal, which is right here. The 3 rings you see around here is the semicircular canal. We have the oval window. The oval window is right beside the cochlea. It's right here. We also have the tympanic membrane, or the eardrum, which is right here. We have the auditory nerves, which transmits vibrations to the brain, which is right here. We have the eustachian tube, which is also over here, which regulates the pressure, regulates the amount of air between the atmosphere and the canal, the ear canal. It is represented with this eustachian tube, and we have the ear canal as well. We also have the incus, malleus, and stapes right here, and this forms the part of the ear. I hope you learned something today, and thank you for watching.